Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to some Into the Flames. This is a solo developer. He's a firefighter, and I believe he's an EMT basic. He's creating this game. Pretty great. I love it. It's fairly realistic, while still maintaining a lot of the fun of gaming. Today, if you notice, I sound a little sick. I've got strep throat, so yeah. Throat is sore as all get out, but I gotta make some videos for y'all. We're gonna be doing the medic question and answer. So any questions you put down in the comments of any of my videos, or any of my posts or anything like that, I will take them into account and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. I've got 3 questions from y'all and like 4 or 5 that I put in myself, and I've got my answers wrote out so I don't have to think about it. Don't forget anything, hopefully. But yeah, guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out, helps the channel out, and helps me to keep growing. I'm trying to hit 500 subs by the end of the year. It looks like we're possibly gonna hit 450, but y'all are the people that can make it happen, and I would appreciate it so much if I can hit my goal 2 years in a row. Last year was 125, or no, last year was 100, I think, and we ended up with like 125. So it was great. This year, we're shooting for 500. Okay, so first question, and this is one that I put on here. What is a typical shift like? I thought that'd be pretty good because we need to come through here and look at the vehicles. You start out by checking off your vehicles. This one's got a full tank of fuel, so that's great. Let's back her up just a little bit. Honestly, you'd pull her out to do all this stuff, but we're not going to worry about that too much. You'll check your lights, make sure all your lights are working properly. I'm not going to get out of the vehicle to do that. I can see that they are working. So my headlights are working. Alright, let's check the sirens. Man, I love the sound of a howler. Alright, there we go. That's all the sirens. You got your standard howl, yelp, or no, howl, wail. Sorry, I messed them all up. Howler's the last one. The one that's going woo with it. Yeah, that's a howler. It's wail, yelp, and phaser. You can tell it's been a minute since I've been on the truck. Cannot wait to get back on it. But then you got your other sirens. I don't know what they are because we've never used them. Anyways, we're just gonna wait on a call out. I familiarized myself a little bit with the pumping stuff. We need to check this engine though. Does not have enough water. Do we have a hydrant around here and we can show off the hydrant filling and stuff like that? I think we do somewhere. Well, it says we've got one over here. Yeah, there it is. It's a green cap. I do not remember what the different caps are for. So we can come here to the pump panel and go to the pumping guide. And green cap are good 400 to 550. Okay, that's great. So let's get up in here. And we're at a half a tank of fuel. I guess next time we run out on the call, we will look at going and getting some fuel. This map is based off of Chicago from best I gather. Can I push that guy over? Because traffic is jacked up right here. Alright, whatever. We're not here for that. Okay, so we'll go to connections. We'll do driver intake. And we will connect it to this hydrant. Yes, I know it looks a little wonky. It is what it is. Alright, that's on now. So now we'll come to the pump panel and we'll hit tank fill. We'll just open that all the way up. And so what we're doing is we're watching these lights over here on the right. The green light just came up and it should turn blue here in a second. And once that turns blue and fills up. There may be water come out from the bottom. I don't know. But we'll close her off and go from there. Okay, so that light's lit up. We'll give it a little bit longer, and now we'll start closing it. There we go. And now we exit. Okay, so we've got that turned off. Let's remove the tool. And I'm trying to remember, yep, there we go. Cool. It's definitely been a minute since I've played this, so I'm trying to remember all this stuff. We should get a call out soon, hopefully. If not, we may force one. But so that's what your start of your shift's going to be, is checking off your vehicles. Hope you don't get a call. Then you'll go get breakfast, or you'll make it if you're at a fire station or something like that. Usually you'll make it. You'll usually have a kitchen or something like that. See what's up here. Oh wow, a helicopter. Well, let's see what's down then. Okay, nothing. But yeah, so you'll go get some food, go chill out. Fire department's a lot different than EMS when it comes to finding stuff to do. Fire department will usually work out for a good bit of the day when they're not running calls. They'll do station duties, they'll go do other stuff, they'll go train, stuff like that. EMS usually does not have that luxury. We're usually running our tails off. And that's just the nature of the beast. Fire department will not respond with every... So here's the kitchen here. Fire department will usually... Okay, we got a fire, structure fire. Remember how to get out of here. There we go. Nope, that's not it. Here it is. Need a pole. Okay, so structure fire. Let's check it out. Structure fire, 100 Center Avenue. Joe engine 4 responding. Let's see where that's going to be at. So we'll come out, take a right, go 2 streets, and then take a right, it looks like. Okay, there we go. These sirens are a little bit different, so we'll come out, take a right. Go down 2 streets. And we'll take a right. Alright, here we go. Oh, this is in a subway. That's not going to be fun. Okay, so what we need to do is... We're going to see if we got hose connections over here. We do. Passenger intake. We're going to grab that. Gonna run over here. I would take the hydrant wrench, but it's been kind of glitched out a couple of times, so I'm not gonna take the hydrant wrench. I don't remember what pressure this one will go. But that'll be okay. Oh man, there's a fire department connection right there. I don't know if I could use that or not, but should be able to. Whatever. And now that I'm showing this, when we can roll up on a scene, I'll probably just hit the quick connect button, which is J. Alright, so see, we got pressure going now. So we're going to run over here to the truck. We're going to grab an air pack. And then we'll run over to the pump panel. We'll grab a discharge 1 smooth bore. And then the tank fill, and open that a little bit. Tank to pump, open that a little bit. And this is a smooth bore. I'm going to run it at 150. Discharge 1. And we're going to run it at 120 here. As you can see, my line is charged. And I'm going to go ahead and put the mask on. And as you can see, when you go into first person, and you... okay, so we got a subway car on fire. I did not go on scene. That's my bad. Okay, so I did best I can there. I don't know if there's a better way to do that. Oh, we got an FTC here too. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm wondering, I'm not able to spray water. I'm wondering if I don't have my pressure high enough. So we're gonna have to run back up there and check the pressure right quick. I'm thinking that might be the issue, is I don't have enough pressure going. Oh, tank to pump's not open enough. Okay, there we go. That should work now. We're using a lot of air doing our running, which we can go back to the truck and get more air. That's no problem. There we go. Come back here, get this going. What? My truck keeps idling down for some reason. I'm guessing I'm overheating the pump. So I need to come up here and fix that. So see, it's pretty in depth on that though. I'm overheating the pump, so I'm losing pressure. So what I'm seeing is I need to open tank to pump and tank fill. There we go. Honestly, I shouldn't even have to do anything with this. It should be rocking and rolling just off of the hydrant pressure, but that's beside the point. Let's throw our mask back on. Let's get back down here, see if we can't put this fire out. We got our first achievement there for putting out a fire. There are a few other ones that I've gotten already. So you want to aim at the base of the fire and just sweep the base, really. Okay, so Adam K asked me, what is my favorite type of ambulance? My favorite type that I've worked in is a Type 3, which is a truck chassis on a with a box on it, or box on a truck chassis, I guess would be the best way to put that. I'm just going down here to see if I can do that. Doesn't look like it. But that's probably my favorite that I've worked on. I want to ride in a Type 4 though, which is the industrial, or not industrial, but like the international ambulances and stuff like that. Those are pretty sweet. Memphis Fire has some. I think Birmingham Fire has some. Mobile Fire has them. It's usually fire departments that run those because they are expensive and they're massive. So you have to have a big area to put them in, and usually a fire station is that area. But yeah, I would love to try out a Type 4, so any of y'all want to hit me up with a Type 4 ambulance, just let me know. Just kidding, kinda. We are putting the water on this thing, but it is not going out too quick. There we go. Put the roof out. I know you wouldn't go for the roof first, but it seemed to be the easiest. So Gunna S, I hope I'm saying that name right. Gunna. He asked me, what are some of the most tense moments that you've had while working? I've had quite a few patients code on me. It means their heart stopped and I had to start CPR and everything else. I've had a couple of those happen. Nothing I could have done beforehand to stop it. It was gonna happen. I think we ended up finding out a couple of them were pulmonary embolisms, and there's nothing I could have done for a pulmonary embolism except get them to the hospital quick and just do good high quality CPR. and none of them made it, unfortunately. Other than that, I think some of the most tense situations would be like the I've had weapons pulled on me before. Okay, that call's just gonna have to go away. But I've had weapons pulled on me. All right, low air. Get out of here. This one's gonna vent itself. Cool. So we're not gonna respond to the other structure fire. We're gonna let it. We'll let it go. This one here. Situation's under control. Don't think it's gonna let me pop that. But I've had quite a few people try to fight me. I've had to fight for my life a couple of times. That was no fun. We are running a long hose here. Why not just pull it up as we go? Or as we go, it'll pull. But hey, whatever. Okay. Let's remove all items. That got rid of that other. Okay, let's shut the pump down first before we go doing anything. So we get that, then we'll close that. Discharge 1 obviously is going to get closed. Okay, I should have primed the pump earlier, but it is what it is. Oh, I got the hydrant wrench over here. Yeah, I've had to fight for my life a few times. That was no fun. Cannot remember how to switch tools. Okay, so the switch tool mechanic doesn't work with a hydrant wrench for some reason. Hydrant wrench is always giving me issues. So, yeah. I think I'm just gonna come over here and... Oh, I can't do that. But I can from the pump panel. I'm just gonna run the pump panel and hit return all hoses. There we go. Yep, supply line is gone. We will be headed back to the station. If I can do it without hitting anybody. Oh, well, that didn't happen. This is the inside of the truck. Looks pretty dang good. Sorry, I am not a good driver at all. I'm a lot better driving the actual emergency vehicles. We're not going to wait on traffic because traffic is obviously screwed up in this town. I think the most memorable incident that I've had, though, I had a patient jump out of my ambulance while we were going down the road. I did everything in my power to stop him. It was recorded, and I did not get in trouble for it. Thank God. But, yeah, and the guy was not hurt. He was crazy. He wasn't on drugs or nothing. He was just crazy. But yeah, that was a intense little situation. I think I forgot to put a 10-8 on that call. Okay, no, it's good. So, we didn't get gas. My bad. Whoops. Actually, there's a fuel station right behind us. Let's come out here and go get some gas. Some fuel. Whatever. But yeah, that was no fun. He ended up getting, I think, 300 milligrams of ketamine, and almost got hit with some Versed as well. See how much fuel we're taking on. We'll run over here to the driver's seat. Going up pretty good. Okay. I was asked, what is evidence-based medicine and why is it important? So, evidence-based medicine is practicing medical procedures grounded and based on solid research, clinical expertise, and some patient values and preferences. Okay, I'll let that sink in just a minute. So it's important because it provides the information needed to provide the most effective care for a patient and generally improve patient outcomes. Okay, so it automatically. Okay, that's cool. So I'm doing this live, by the way. I'm not doing a pre-recorded video and then jumping over and doing different. Yeah, no, that's no fun. And yes, I know I'm going the wrong way. I'm in a fire truck. I do what I want. To quote my old partner on the ambulance, I'm an ambulance. I do what I want. I'm surprised that we didn't have more complaints against us. That's for sure. But so, gone are the days of guessing or using what we always did, which is a great thing. Not doing what we always did, but the whole getting rid of that. The excuse, hey, this is the way we've always done it. That's no reason to do it that way. 'Cause I mean, yeah. Think about it like this. When we first started out, you could push drugs down the intubation tube, the ET tube, endotracheal tube. You could push drugs down that. There's actually an acronym for the drugs you can, NAVAL, which is Narcan, crap, I can't remember what the A is. I think it's Ativan, but I cannot remember. Versed, I believe. Maybe, I don't know. It's an old one. I have not had to use it because it's outdated. But yeah, I mean, and you push double the normal, like the IV dose. And yes, it worked. Okay, we'll give it that. It worked. But you're pushing fluid into their lungs. Do you know what pneumonia is? It is fluid in the lungs. It's an infection that causes fluid in the lungs. Yeah, no, not for me. Don't do that to my family members. Start an IV, start a EJ, start a IO, any of that crap. Don't push fluids into my patient or into my family's lungs or my patient's lungs. No. But it also reduces the potential for irrational or emotional decisions and steers towards effective and correct care decisions. That's very important. Okay, got a car accident with a car fire. Let's see where that one's gonna be. Looks like it's gonna be pretty much right where we just were, honestly. I'm gonna hit that every single time. Well, let's get back in the... You know what? No. We're gonna drive the ambulance this time because we're probably gonna have a patient. I think we got fire extinguishers on this truck. You're supposed to check up at intersections, but yeah, obviously we're not doing that. And this is a one-way, but again, I'm in an ambulance. I do what I want. And this is how traffic acts. 100%. See, they were going the wrong way, too. Okay, let's stop. Oh, well, that's a lot bigger of a hitbox than it should have been. We're going to stop like that so we can protect ourselves. Okay, so we need air pack and extinguisher. It says that we put it out, but I do not believe so. I don't see a patient, so I'm a little confuzzled here. fire extinguisher's out. Grab another one. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. No, put the stretcher back up. It said that the fire was out, but I don't know. Let's see. I wonder if I can... Okay, hold up. There is this. Oh, can I not do it? Hold up. Okay, so we're gonna establish command. And then... Nope, that doesn't work. Okay, well, I'm gonna call this good, because it said the fire was out on my achievement thing. So, yeah, next time we'll know, don't take an ambulance to a car accident. Kind of goes against anything that I've been taught, but hey, whatever. I digress. Okay, let's take this sucker back to the station. If a call comes out while we're on the way, that is just how life works. I was going to go the other way, but I decided not to. There we go. We'll get into another question here in a minute, because I do have a couple more. But yes, evidence-based medicine is an amazing thing. We'll hopefully we'll try to force a medical call if one doesn't come towards the end of the video. Okay. Next question is, what is ROSC, R-O-S-C, and why is it important? So, ROSC is called return of spontaneous circulation. Essentially, it means that the heart's beating on its own. So, you're working a code on somebody, and you get ROSC, which means that you have a rhythm, you have a pulse, and you aren't doing anything for it. Like, you aren't doing anything to cause that. That's what ROSC means. Close that all the way back up now. You aren't helping it along or anything like that. It's doing it on its own. That's what ROSC is. Okay. What is the difference between an EMT and a medic? And how do their duties and scope of practice differ? This one is from Jason Robinson. So Jason, there are several types of EMTs. We'll focus on the EMT basic because that is the most prevalent, most common. You also have EMT intermediate, EMT advanced, or advanced EMT, whatever. You've also got a bunch of other, like IV EMT and stuff like that. That's state EMTs, not National Register. On the National Registry, you have, I think, 3, which is EMT basic, advanced EMT, EMT intermediate, which they're trying to phase out. Advanced and intermediate is roughly the same thing. Intermediate's a lot closer to a paramedic than advanced, but those guys are retiring and dying off and stuff, and they can re-up their intermediate or they can just go on to paramedic, but you can't get any new intermediates, not on the national registry, which, by the way, National Registry is a privately owned thing. It's not a government thing. So, yeah. So, in focusing on the EMT basic, EMTs can do a lot of things for patients. They can. Not as many as a paramedic. Not as many as like an advanced or an intermediate. But they can do a lot of things. They can give, I think it's like 9 or 10 different drugs now. It's I should have done more research before doing this video, but yeah, I'm doing it on a whim. I've been telling y'all that I was wanting to get it done, and here I am getting it done. Oh, but they can give, I think it's like 9 or 10 different drugs depending on where you're at. Uh, I know in Alabama, don't get me lying, I don't remember. I've been a paramedic way longer than I was an EMT. I know they recently added Narcan to that about 4 years ago, and I believe Duonebs as well, like albuterol breathing treatments. I think that was added recently. So yeah, um, paramedic. They can do IVs, they can do 12 leads, they can do other invasive procedures like intubation, stuff like that. The only advanced airway that EMT basics can do, there's two of them. I think one of them either got taken out or is about to get taken out. The combi tube. Hazmat situation. No, we're not running hazmat today. Let another station take it. Uh, let's end that. Okay. But yeah. So combi tubes. Sorry, I was trying to get back to where I was at on my little thing. Combi tubes. They're not great. I do not like a combi tube. A King Airway, though, I believe some states are letting their EMT basics drop Kings in. King Airway is it's almost impossible to screw up. I won't say it's impossible because there are some very skilled people at doing stupid stuff, but it is very, very hard to screw it up. You literally just shove it in, face it the right way, shove it to the line, pull back a little bit if you need to. That's it. That's it. And you can attach uh capnography to that. You can attach waveform capnography to it. It's great. So yeah, that's some of the differences. Not all of them, but some of the differences. Another thing is like, uh, EMT usually can't be on a flight position, but a paramedic can. They have to go for another certification or two, to do that. Once you get your paramedic, things open up. You've also got paramedic practitioner now. Some states are looking into that. Paramedics will go out and do community stuff, and they'll get paid as a practitioner. So that's a lot better pay. But yeah, so Jason, that's a basic answer to your question. Not a great one, I know. I apologize. I should have done more research. But yeah. Um, let's see. So all of our vehicles, I'm not worried about these two yet. We don't have anything too bad to worry about. We can do most of the stuff with these two vehicles here. So, okay, I was asked, why did you get into emergency services? Why paramedic in general? So, the reason I got into EMT or EMS and just emergency services in general is it's kind of funny, honestly. I was a bored 16-year-old. I had nothing to do. A bunch of my friends were on the fire department, and they tried to talk me into it. Tried to talk my mama into it, and I was like, "Mama, please let me join. I've got a vehicle. I can do that." And she said no for so long. She finally said, "You know what? Screw it. You got your own vehicle. Do it, but don't get hurt. Don't do nothing stupid." I was like, "Okay, cool." So I joined the fire department. Loved it. Loved every second of it. My first call was literally my first day as a firefighter. Had a house fire, quote unquote house fire. You can't see me doing the hand quotes, but yeah. Um, this lady called her house on fire on purpose, trying to get insurance money, and then called the fire department immediately after catching it on fire. And one of our volunteers showed up with a water, or showed up, picked up her water hose, put the fire out like it was like scorches on the wall. It was hilarious. I've worked some pretty crazy things since then. Yeah. But why paramedic in general? So as an EMT, or well, as a young firefighter, a buddy of mine who was a fire marshal, he told me, he said, "Hey, if you get an EMT license, then we can help you get a job as a firefighter." I was like, "Okay, sign me up." So I went to EMT school. I failed out because I didn't care. I wasn't putting any effort in whatsoever. I was at college just to go play drums and hang out with folks. That was about it. I didn't start taking it serious until a few years later. I was still a volunteer the whole time, but I didn't start taking it serious until a few years later. And once I did start taking it serious, I ended up finishing the class at the top of the class. It was a private class with like 10 or 12 of us in there. I finished at the very top of the class. It was me and another person fighting for first, and I eked it out somehow or another. Thank God. Um, so go and fast forward a couple of weeks later. I've got my EMT license now. I've taken registry, all that fun stuff, and I'm working as an. Say I'm working. I'm actually working as an EMT, but I'm also volunteering at the same place as an EMT. Oh, that's cool. The shadow from the moon or the sun. Yeah, that's the moon. So y'all got that on here. But so I was volunteering as a. Let's just jump in the ambulance. We're not going to take anything that's not a medical call, and towards the end we'll actually force dispatch a medical call. There we go. So we'll just drive around a little bit. But I get dispatched to a stroke, and we didn't have an ALS ambulance in the county at the time. So I texted one of my coworkers, who I call her my EMS mom because she's good to us. She treats us like we're her children. She just builds us up and everything, and she's a great woman. Miss Tanya, if you're somehow seeing this, that's you. But yeah, I texted her. I'm like, "What can I do for a stroke?" And she said, "Honestly, transport. Give them oxygen, transport them, and if you need to, call for ALS intercept, which ALS is advanced life support, paramedics, essentially." So, why is he going on red? Oh, it's green. Ah. But it was at that moment I decided, you know what? I don't want there to be an excuse of why I couldn't help somebody. So that's essentially why I literally 2 months later, I went to paramedic school. I started paramedic school. And now in that same vein, I am currently working on my critical care paramedic certification, so I can hopefully get on a helicopter one day. So that's why I joined EMS, emergency services just in general. And I'm also working on getting back on the fire department that I left at the end of last year, start of this year. Working on getting back there hopefully soon. I'm praying I can get that job, but we'll see. Here's another fire station here. We'll stop in and look and see what we got here. Leave it run, because why not? What kind of vehicle we got in here? Oh, just an old engine. Okay. And I believe that is all of my questions that I've received. Okay, so that leaves us to do one more thing before we jump out of here. Force dispatch a call. Okay, any of these really. Let's do that one. Okay. So go en route to that. I will get these keybinds eventually. Okay, let's find it. So take a left on this road. Cool. I've always hated the phaser siren. I always preferred doing yelp and wail, essentially. Okay, so we got a medical call here. Well, I don't know if it's unresponsive. Obviously, she's not unresponsive. All right, lady. What's going on? What seems to be the problem? Let's park up here. Okay, there we go. Get that. Gonna establish command. Let's go talk to her, see what's going on. Let's grab our bag first. You always want your medical bag on you. Hello, lady. What's going on with you? Okay, so let's obtain vitals. Blood pressure is 132 over 60. She's alive. Normal. Mental status. Guess that's what that is. Normal breathing. Lungs sound normal. Blood sugar 68, so that's good. I don't know what's going on with her. I really don't. Her O2 sat's good. She's breathing a little quick. Just a little bit. Let's see if the call out gives us anything. Sick person. Yeah, it's not giving us anything really. She's alive. She's breathing normal. 132/60. Heart rate's good. O2 sat's good. Breathing's just a hair quick. And blood sugar's good-ish. Don't want to give O2 because her O2 sat's good. You don't want to give it anything over 94. Tell you what, let's throw some oral glucose on board. Just because it may be saying that anything under 70 is low. And of course it's not going to do anything there. Like, do I have to do something else here? Okay, her lungs sound normal. Her vitals are great. Her vitals are great. You know what? This is how you deal with that. Alright, get in the truck. You wanna go to the hospital, get to the truck. Wait, what? Okay, that's a little buggy. Okay, I'm just gonna finish the call because can't figure out what was going on with her. There may not have been anything, honestly. Let's get this old truck back to the station though. Alright, there we go. And we'll hit up this road here, I believe it is. No, this is a terrible idea. This is a narrow one-way. Reminds me of Grand Theft Auto. I believe this is supposed to be Chicago, though. Alright. I'm Amalam. I do what I want. Throw them lights on. There we go. Alright, guys. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this little question and answer thing. If you did, leave some more questions down in the comments below. Leave them on any of my posts, any of my videos, anything like that. Normally what you would do at the end of your shift is you would fill your vehicle up. This one is above 3/4 tank. Okay, I guess I did cut it off. I don't know. Some of these keybinds are kind of strange. And then we'll do the very last thing that you'll do is you'll run over, which you would want to park over there. But you'll run over and you'll clean the vehicles that you used. So like me, use this engine here, and I use this ambulance here. And they're not gonna look clean on here. I don't know why. Clean them all you want to. They're aged. I guess that's why. But yeah. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. In the left side of the screen, you'll see a video that YouTube has tailored for you. They think you'll like that. So click that video. See what you think. Guys, I appreciate you coming and hanging out. Y'all have a great day. Stay safe. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.